So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Don't forget to like, to comment, and subscribe. So let's get to it. Tasha K says Joe Budden is a puppet and breaks down why he's scared to report on Diddy. Let's be very clear. Joe Budden knows the assignment. He knows what's going on. Everybody knows that back in the day, Joe was in the media about what was going on regarding him and his ex-girlfriends. So how is a man supposed to talk about another man that did what you did, and you're probably not doing that now? But we used to hear the alleged stories of what the girls were saying about the concerning issues in their relationship. The one thing is that I realize certain men that are verbally confrontational, verbally making comments that shouldn't be made, they're not going to put another man down because they may still have those same thoughts, feelings, making comments they shouldn't make, doing things they probably shouldn't do. She brought up the interview again and him not posting it. And he's saying, for legal reasons, y'all not going to get me caught up in, and we get it. Joe don't want to speak on it because he's saying, y'all not going to get me caught up in attaching my name to this story too. And what he means is the DJ Envy alleged comments, what was going on. Everybody used Joe Budden's name to trend with that story. And of course, Joe has had some situations since then. People pulling up on him while he's at lunch with a friend, and then him at a club. He got into, a situationship. And Joe's just like, y'all not doing that. Not in regards to Diddy. Because there's different stories that people are reporting about Diddy. And it's concerning. This person's no longer here. Kim Porter's no longer here. This person was writing a book. This person was writing a book about them, a memoir about themselves and, what they've been through. And when you hear the different stories on what's transpired, it's concerning. I don't feel that Joe has to be the lead in making comments if he don't want to. When you think about it, Joe has a team, and his show is making a lot of money. So why would Joe go against? He has lawyers. He has a staff. He has people he report to. There are things they can't say. They don't want to say. And they probably is like, okay, after this DJ Envy situation about the houses and estates, Joe, we're not going to do that. You can be general. You can cover it generally. But we're not going to go down the road of. And everybody knows why. Men should be careful when they do certain things because certain things could get you caught up and, in trouble with the law. We're now seeing that, Diddy has stepped down from Revolt. And 50 Cent is talking about possibly purchasing it. Now, whether he does that or not, we don't know. But the biggest thing is Tasha K is mentioning it, and I would play it, but her music is playing in the background. So, of course, she talked about Joe's past history, past dating situation, and basically saying, okay, we get why you don't want to say anything. Everybody has covered everything. What else could he say other than when you've gone through certain situations and women, he may not want to say anything because he may not want women to come and say something about him. Some of those women have probably moved on. They're dating other people. But I get why Tasha K did it. It was another way for her to say something about Joe Budden not doing her interview. And he has that right not to put that interview out because it might have caused issues in regards to Cardi B feeling away. Other people feeling away. She did other interviews. The Joe Budden one would have been really big, but Joe has an option to post it or not post it. And if his lawyers say you can't, then he can't. At least he listens to his staff and his lawyers. Hello? Has anybody thought about that? Joe is smart to listen to his lawyers and what his staff and what's going on. He has a job to do and he want to keep that job. He has a family to take care of and he want to keep taking care of his family. He don't want the same heat he caught with the DJ Envy alleged real estate issues and all that. Senior Pina. He don't want those same issues. And he might tread lightly for a little while. And people have to be okay with that. Because guess what? Joe Budden's podcast is Joe Budden's podcast. And Joe Budden is going to run it however he wants to run it. And nobody can tell him he should do it any different. Not with his history. He's not going to say much. Probably because he might feel a little guilty. And those women might start speaking out. And they may say, okay, you're saying XYZ. And he don't want to spark or trigger those women. Holly Weird. It's good. It's good that a lot of people that did wrong concerning things are coming out. And it should. Holly Weird needs to stop being Holly Weird. Certain things are played in our faces and people aren't supposed to speak up or speak out. So well wishes. I don't blame Joe for not saying much. Probably because he don't want to go down that path of, I was a dirtbag. Him saying that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he would say. But I don't blame him for not speaking out. Because a lot of those women spoke about it. And nothing was really done about it. And the problem is, some of the shows, like I told y'all before, some of these reality shows put people in situations that are not healthy for them. And reality shows are going to have to deal with that part of it too. So, if Joe is trying to turn over a new leaf and listening to his lawyers, I think it's a smart thing. And if Tasha K is going to continuously kind of attach her name to Joe, I think she did it for a reason. And she may continue to attach her name to Joe. So she's in the conversation of what he's doing and why he didn't put her video out. But if his lawyer said no, if his lawyers are saying don't speak on Diddy, he can't. And I don't blame him. It's his life. It's his podcast. People do whatever they want with their podcast. People get in my comments. They say, oh, this, or oh, that. And, oh, you should do more. Oh, this is blah, blah. People don't look to know everything about all these people that we generally speak about. We're not journalists. We're conversationalists. We recap, review what we saw. We might have only saw 1 or 2 articles. There may be 5, 6, 7, 8 other articles that's out there. But well wishes to Joe. Well wishes to Tasha. They're both doing extremely well. Tasha in regards to her page, Joe Budden in regards to his podcast. They can say whatever they want. They can do whatever they want. And they're going to listen to their attorneys and their staff and their bosses of what can be said and what can't be said. Period. It is what it is. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe.